Christopher Tufton says there are no cost overruns in the reconstruction of the Cornwall Regional Hospital, CRH, in St. James. Adrian Williams tells us in this story how $20 billion was allocated.
That's building a new hospital. It's not a cost overrun. It is a rescoping. So read my lips. Not a cost overrun, Cornwall Regional. It is a rescoping.
Words from Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton, who spoke at the ribbon-cutting ceremony to officially open the Cornwall Regional Hospital, CRH's new General Administration block in St. James. He says naysayers were quick to create mischief about the changing costs, calling the $20 billion projected cost an overrun, as opposed to a change in the objectives due to issues compounding the original ventilation matter.
What we have projected to spend is not what we have yet spent. We have spent $1.8 billion on the services around. We have spent $3.9 billion on building out, and that building out continues.
He added that the $1.8 billion was spent to build out infrastructure to assist with operations while the general rebuilding takes place.
That was spent in a way to preserve the services, but indirectly also expanding the quality of service provision in the region. That's not a bad thing. They say out of bad can come good. And so when we go back in the main building, those infrastructure will still be there and will create greater capacity for this area.
Tufton asserts that doing it right needed to be the focus, as a new hospital was required in the final analysis.
Doing it right means that as a government and a ministry responsible for the health and wellness of the population, including the people of Western Jamaica, we have taken the necessary time, allocated the required financial resources, and engaged the appropriate expertise to comprehensively and sustainably address the rehabilitation of one of the country's main hospitals.
He lauds the work being done by those who put in the work for the best outcome.
Sometimes we shouldn't beat up on ourselves too much, or indeed demotivate those who are really making an effort. We find those who are not, and we try to correct them, and we continue to work to improve. But there's enough to show that work is being done.
But why not work on the ward spaces first?
A plant requires management in the first instance, because all the moving parts have to be coordinated. And to put in ward space without having a kind of management coordination and presence, or an IT system to track records and to ensure that the overarching coordination takes place, would make it a bigger logistics challenge than it would be otherwise.
This move, he says, is just a part of the full-fledged plan for the entire hospital facility. Adrian Williams reporting for CVM News.